So what I'm trying to show is the use and the power of course, Notebook. And that's what I'm going to show you. So what I want to do is to ensure that I copy a link from one of my YouTube videos that I did some time ago. And I'm going to go in, do a little search here and put Notebook book. And I'm going to try to do something here. I'm going to add new to Notebooklm and I'm going to be using a video. All right, so it's my video. I've put it. Hopefully the transcript is there. If the transcript is there, then we'll be able to do the magic. All right, so I put it there and of course insert. It's checking honor the age of AI, gives an introduction and what it's doing, deep dive conversation by two hosts, of course. English only. That's a limitation. No, I think it might be in different languages in the future. It's not saying it here, but what I'm saying is that there's a possibility. So it gives me some options, right? It gives a summary of what it is. It's pulling from, of course, my YouTube video that I did, and it's pulling in the information. Here's where it gets interesting. You can suggest questions, and as you can see, there are three questions that you can do. But I wanted to go quickly to generate because I think we need to generate. So remember, it's pushing from my video, pulling from my video, and it will take a few minutes or so. But this powerful tool has the ability to, of course, create a study guide and, of course, offer a timeline. Just summarizing the document. And what I like about the conversation when you hear it is a conversation that goes back and forth. It's like seamless. I do pick up on a few alignment issues there, but this is the impossible becoming possible. A colleague of mine also did one. I was very impressed by it. Thought it was wonderful, gave feedback on that too. But the human element is still important. We have two voices that will not be like mine presenting content that is mine. That's another issue. And what better way for this video to be exploring honor in the age of AI? So we have a lot of things happening here. The voices are fabricated, of course, and the content might be somewhat aligned because it still can make errors. Here's it at the bottom. Notebooklm can make mistakes, so double check it. So you have to double check. A lot of people will think, you know what, set it and forget it as it relates to AI. No, you have to check the content. And as it's generating, we must understand the need for checking these information. The content that, of course, I generated on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be using it. I own that. I'm the user of that, and I'm generating it. So when we move forward, we can see there are some issues that we have to think about. If someone uses my video and they create something and don't give me credit for it, I will not be that happy. I saw that happening to one of my content that I did the other day, a piece of content I did the other day, and someone was using it. They did not acknowledge me. It was my voice. And of course, I said to myself, what is this? They were using my voice. All right, so here we are. It can play right there.
Wix gives you the
Yes.
freedom to tell
And
your
look,
story.
I don't want to be advertising anything, but here's the video there. And I could play
Morning,
this
and I'm
video.
happy to be here, and that's the main thing. And as I navigate today, I want to say that we're in a stage that we have to consider.
All right, so here it gives a summary, gives the video, but just listen to the podcast at this point in time. I'm not going to play all of it, but I just want to show you the power of this tool to generate content in a different manner. All right, so if you're driving in and you can't watch my video, you can listen, of course, to the audio. A bit more interactive because it's two people, somewhat, but just somewhat. People might prefer to hear my voice based on the context and where they are. But notwithstanding, this is a powerful tool. Let's listen.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
You guys wanted us to tackle academic integrity in the age of AI.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is.
I think we've got a pretty awesome resource for that.
Yeah, we do.
This presentation by Dr. Jawala,
Yes.
who's a real leader in education and technology.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So let's see what we can unpack together.
Yeah, Dr. Joella, he takes us like on this journey
Oh, yeah.
through the history of cheating, like all the way back to the 19th century
Oh, wow.
when, copying from your neighbor or sneaking in a textbook was the biggest worry.
Right. Yeah, just hiding little notes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crazy how much it's changed.
I know, it's wild.
Dr. Jawala really highlights how technology has just totally amplified the challenge.
Absolutely.
It's not just like passing notes anymore.
Wow.
It's like AI generated essays that can bypass plagiarism checkers,
Right?
deep fakes, even
Yeah.
those like answer sharing apps. It's like having like a digital accomplice in your pocket. And he brings
This
up,
is wild.
yeah, he brings up this statistic
Oh gosh.
that in a recent survey, over 60% of high school students admitted to using some kind of technology to cheat.
Wow.
Yeah, so that really like underscores how big of a problem this is.
That's a huge number.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how Dr. Jawala approaches this.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't just focus on the doom and gloom of the cheating epidemic.
Right.
He actually reminds us that students themselves are a vital part of this whole conversation, because a lot of students genuinely value academic integrity.
Absolutely.
And they're worried about their hard work being undermined by those who are taking shortcuts.
Totally.
It's almost like their achievements are being devalued.
Exactly. And his research suggests that this can actually like carry over into professional life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it perpetuates this culture of dishonesty.
Gosh.
Yeah, there's a study that he cites where 75% of students who admitted to cheating in college later engaged in like unethical behavior in their careers.
Wow, so there's like a direct link. There's a pretty direct link between the two.
Yeah, wow, that's kind of scary.
It is.
Makes you think like, would you want to be treated by a doctor
Right.
or represented by a lawyer who cut corners to get where they are?
Yeah, think about it.
It's a big deal.
It is.
Yeah, and that kind of leads us to
This ethical tightrope
oh yeah,
that educators are walking.
it's tricky.
On the one hand, they have a responsibility to uphold academic integrity.
Right, right.
But then on the other hand, there are these serious concerns about student privacy.
Absolutely.
Dr. Jawala points out that some institutions are using AI to monitor keystrokes,
Yeah.
track online activity,
Yeah.
even analyze like video footage.
So it's like this constant surveillance and makes you wonder like how much monitoring is too much.
Right. Where's the line?
And I'm not going to give you too much. I'll download the podcast for another element that I'll push out at another time. But this is where we are. We have to understand that technology is changing, and so will our pedagogical approaches change too. We cannot just sit and say, all right, you know what, we're going to do the things we used to do in the last 5 years. No, we have to change. COVID taught us a bit, but I think we are even in a more rapid movement than we can ever think of. I would say to you at this point, connect with my YouTube channel, see what's happening, and of course, I will post this at the end of the description section for this video so you can have access to the total overview of this podcast. Powerful tool, try it, give me feedback, and always, I bring you the best and latest things regarding critical thinking as it relates to artificial intelligence, education, diversity, and of course inclusion and a little history. I'm out. Thanks. Remember to subscribe.